Good morning, everyone. My name is Chukwuka and we are here to do database. Now we have a question: creating and managing tables. That's the question for our first experiment in database technologies. Now this is the schema of the four tables we are supposed to create: customer details, car details, price details, and booking. Now first of all, let's look at the basic database concepts. You say create a table using DDL. DDL refers to data definition language. It's used to alter the structure of the table. The structure of the table is altered with DDL, both to create the table, to modify the structure. DDL has commands like create, rename, alter, and so on. Now we have authorization using TCL. TCL refers to transaction control language. Is used to grant or revoke privileges to other users in the table. Now let's look at the lab exercise. Say for the first question, for the car booking schema, create the tables with appropriate integrity constraints and describe the structure of the table. So this is a list of all the commands that are used. These first four commands are used to create the table. Okay, and if I open I'm using 10G edition. If I open this, you can see these commands here. Okay, these commands are used to create this table. Okay, so this answers the first question. Okay, now the second question goes like this. Let's do this like this. Use column level constraint to car details. Use column level constraints to car details, and that is this. I added the primary key. Primary key is a column level constraint. So if I do something like this, if I describe car details, describe car details, run, you can see primary key car ID is a column level constraint. Okay, now the next question is declare the customer ID and car ID as a foreign key in the booking table. Now if you look at this table, you will notice that customer ID and car ID can be also found in this. Car details has car ID, customer ID can be found in the first one. Okay, so these are exactly the same values as these two. Now before you can create a foreign key, you have to create the primary key first. First of all, sorry about that. So first of all, what do I do first? First of all, we already have a primary key on car ID. Okay, so that's our primary key. Now to add the foreign key, we use this is used to add the foreign key. Now notice the command foreign key car ID references car details car ID. Okay, and this answers this question. So this car ID now references this. Okay, now for the second one, we are supposed to add a foreign key constraint to customer ID. But first of all, we add constraint for primary key first to customer ID. So if you let's describe this. Describe customer details. Okay, you can notice that the primary key here is customer ID. Customer ID is the primary key here. Okay, so Okay, so we added these references. So the okay, so that's for that question. Now the next question is this: add a constraint that email ID should be unique. Now there was a problem I had first of all. The first problem I had was that in this table, in the schema, there was no email ID. So first of all, I added, using the author table, customer details, add email varchar. I added a new column to the table. Okay, you can see it here, email. Okay, this is the email. So this is the command that I used to add it to the table. Okay, in this. Now, and I'm supposed to add a unique constraint. A unique constraint it enables that a unique constraint stops redundancy. Like with a unique constraint, I can't enter the same email twice. It can't be redundant, so I have to enter a different email if you use a unique constraint. So, and that's the question. So this is the add constraint. UN1 is unique. That's the constraint I added to the email. Okay, now author table, customer details, add register, date. Okay, now what's the next question? The next question is I should change the data type of the color attribute to car. So to change the data type, you use alt and use modify. So I did this author table detail modify color car 10. Okay, and the data type of the color attribute was changed to car. Okay, the next question: ensure name field should not be null. Now we have 3 name fields in the customer details. We have this login name, customer first name and last name. Now for doing this we use a DDL command known as rename. This DDL command is used to rename. So you can see where I did it here: author table, customer details, modify, login name, varchar not null. You see the command, how the command is. You use modify. Okay, a minute. What was the question again? I think I made a mistake. A minute. The question was, okay, change the data of the color attribute to car. Yeah, so we use alter and modify. Okay, I've done that already. So it says we should modify to the names should not be null. So we add the null constraint. Now to add the not null constraint, we use alter and modify. Okay, and now this for the 3 name columns. For the 3 name columns, both login name, first name and last name, I added the not null constraint. Okay, and if I describe, you can see it here. These are nullable. Date of birth is nullable. Email is nullable. Register date is nullable. I can decide to make it not. Okay, let's use date of birth. If you do date of birth, okay, if I do alter table, sorry guys, customer details, modify, you see date of birth there, date of birth. Okay, I think my other type is date, not no. Okay, if I run this line of code, the table is altered. Now if I describe my table, I want the structure. My describe is for seeing the structure. Customer details. Okay, you can see that the nullable sign has gone out from date of birth. So that's how you answer that question. Let's move on. Now the next question is avoid the redundant entry for the registration number column by adding appropriate constraint to the column. Now I've explained this before. To avoid redundancy, you use the unique constraint. So that's what I did here. Okay, to avoid that, you use the unique constraint. So you can use this, the unique constraint, you use this. Okay, and this answers that question. Now the next question is what? Remove the email column, add the email column. This is easy. If you do drop email column, it drops the whole email column. Now to add the email column, I think I added this somewhere here. Okay, so author table details, add email varchar 20, and that adds the email column. You can see it here, the commands, you can see it clearer here for adding the email column. Okay, so what's the next question? Drop the unique constraint. Now to drop the unique constraint, first of all, what is the name of the unique constraint? I use UN1. This for adding the unique constraint to the email. Okay, now to drop the unique constraint, I simply did author table card details drop unique constraint UN2. Okay, this is for dropping the second one, but if I want to drop the UN1, I can do author table customer details, drop constraint UN1. Okay, even though it's not necessary, and it drops it. Okay, yeah, but we need that constraint, so let's add it back. Okay, what's the next thing? Rename the table car to car booking. So this is what I was trying to explain the first time. Sorry for that mistake. If you want it for renaming, you use this rename. Okay, let me make it capital so you can see it. Rename is used for renaming, so you can simply rename okay, so I'll simply rename it to car booking, and that is this renamed it to car booking. So that table now is known as car booking. Okay, now don't mind my capital letter. SQL is not case sensitive, so it doesn't matter. Okay, car booking is renamed to car booking now. Okay, did we skip any question? I think we skipped the question. Okay, we skipped this. We renamed the column DOB as date of birth. Now when we rename this table booking to car booking, because it's table, so we use this. Okay, but if you want to rename a column, you have to use author table customer details, rename column DOB to date of birth, and that's the command for that. Okay, what's the next question? Now we are finished with the DDL commands. Now we go to the TCL commands. These two questions, these two 14 and 15, are solved with TCL commands. That's transaction control language. Okay, and what they do is that it includes grant and revoke. They grant or revoke privileges too. So now the question is, I should give, insert, delete, and update privileges to the next user on the booking table. And to do that, I did this. I granted insert, update, delete on car booking to public. I don't have a next user, so I just said any other user can do this to my table. Okay, And the final question is that I should revoke the privileges. So I did exactly just that. Revoke all. All means all the privileges. Revoke all on car booking from public. So that is my okay. So that is the end of this. I'm glad you could join me. Catch you another time. Bye.